Hi everybody, it's great to be back here again on Itama Friday morning of Shabbat for our next lesson on Perkay Avot. Of course, we're in a period of mourning for our temple, and we must realize that the way to rebuild and to rectify the terrible destruction of both our temples, which took place on the 9th of Av, will come through the building of the land, strengthening the land of Israel, and building ourselves spiritually through the study of Torah. This week we're going to talk about Shimaya and Avtalyon, the next pair of Zugot. Again, the head of the Sanhedrin, the prince, and the second command. Which is very interesting. Something very, very interesting about Shimaya and Avtalyon is that they are both converts. And this is unusual because to have such high position in the second temple as being the head of the entire court and second in command of two converts is very, very, very unusual, very rare. And Shimaya and Avtalyon themselves were descendants of someone named Sanherib. Sanherib was one of the kings of Assyria, going back 700 years or so before the Common Era. They lived during the times of Sanherib lived during the times of the king of Judah, Chizkiyahu HaMelech, Chizkiyahu the king. There's a beautiful story about Shimaya and Avtalyon in the Talmud, which discusses after the high priest was coming out of the Holy of Holies on Yom Kippur, the holiest day of the year. Of course, the nation of Israel came and was escorting him to show him their honor and for an appreciation to the Kohen, the high priest. But all of a sudden, Shimaya and Avtalyon, came out, and then the entire nation left the high priest, and they went to escort Shimaya and Avtalyon. And this, of course, some jealousy of the high priest, and he goes over to Shimaya and Avtalyon and says to them, well, the sons of the nations should go in peace. And of course Shimaya and Avtalyon realized that he was obviously trying to insult them in some way. And their response was, well, the sons of the nations are behaving like Aaron the high priest. And the descendants of Aaron is really not behaving like Aaron should be behaving. And of course, what does the story mean, and what does it all mean to us? It means, obviously, that in Judaism there's no, how can I say it? There's no prejudice over anybody. God judges those for what they are. And therefore, Shimaya and Avtalyon, people that came from Sanherib, someone that wasn't such a simple person who was involved in the destruction of course, the land of Israel, exiling the Jewish people from their land eventually, led from that. But no, if a person proves himself to be a true lover of Hashem, no matter where he comes from, what his past is all about, he could be the greatest of all Jews. And that's what Shimaya and Avtalyon were all about. Shimaya and Avtalyon as well were tremendous teachers of oral law. And it's a known fact that most of our law was transmitted by converts. Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Meir, and here Avtalyon and Shimaya. Which again is a lesson in itself. That's something that warrants a lesson, to talk about why. Why did Hashem want that to happen? Through those who joined the house of Israel, became the greatest teachers of oral and transmitters of oral law. But now we shall go on to our lesson in itself of Perkay Avot. What do they say, Shimaya and Avtalyon? Shimaya omer, ehov et malacha, you should love to do work, to labor. Usnat rabbanut, but you should hate rabbanut, meaning srara, leadership, having authority over others. V'al tivadal rashut, and do not make yourself known amongst politicians, which means don't try to befriend or play up to politicians and become part of that scene. Stay away from the political scene. What is Shimaya and Avtalyon trying to teach us? Well, if we think about leadership is a tremendous, tremendous important vehicle in this world. What we do without a prime minister, or without a president, or without all kinds of leaders, whether they are judges, again, Shimaya himself and Avtalyon, these are great leaders of Israel. What we do without leaders? I mean, the world needs to be led. Of course, we need leaders. But the point he's making, why do you want to be a leader? Are you being a leader in order to help others, to completely nullify yourself personally and just completely give yourself over to help others? Because that's what true leadership is all about. And as King David said, my heart, libi halal bekirbi, my heart is empty inside of me. Which means everything that David HaMelech, King David, wanted to do was only just to be a vessel for God's light and to lead the world to redemption. That's what King David was all about. We have a beautiful story, of course, in the Bible itself about modesty, what it is to be a leader, true leadership. King Saul, Shaul HaMelech, when he was anointed as king, he was hiding. He was hiding amongst the vessels, and had to take him out of his hiding place in order to anoint him. So, again, that's true leadership. Someone who's running away from that. Of course, King Saul in the end fell because he fell into that. Once he was up there,